Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel here today, and we're back from the Walking Dead Season 4 video. And today, my friends, we're back for the top 5 returning characters that I would like to see in the Walking Dead final season. If you guys do enjoy this video, please make sure you like and subscribe if you are new. Let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. It'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Comment your top 5 lists down below in the comments. I'll make sure to read as many as I can. And with the news we got in E3, no Garcias, and we got about 1 or 2 confirmed returning characters, so this will be pretty fun for me to make. I've made lists in the past talking about this, but now we've got some substantial news, and like I said, this will probably be one of my final lists we make before release, because either in episode 1 or 2, we'll definitely find out who this returning character / characters are. So, I am including flashback characters as well, could be Lee, Kenny, etc. So, let's get straight into the video. Disclaimer, number 5 is Lee, but I want to confirm that this is not as alive. This is one of my flashback ones that I love to see. Now, what Season 4 / the final season, it being the final season, is that there is tons of potential for flashbacks / look-backs on other characters from past seasons. And I know, despite what people say in the comments constantly, Lee is dead. So, you know, him not being alive is obviously the reason I don't have him at number 1, is because I want to see Lee in some kind of like mentor, angel, ghost, flashback kind of way to Clementine as a kind of a send-off to the character. Like I said, since this is the end of the Walking Dead story, a send-off of Lee, just having one little final moment with him near the ending of the, episode 3 or 4 of the season. So there's 4 episodes confirmed. I would love to see it. It would complete the character, in my opinion, and see the full circle of from Clementine and Lee, Lee mentoring Clementine to be such a badass she is today, and then transfer it all the way over to where Clementine is now watching her own, which is AJ. So I won't guarantee that we're going to see this because, like I said, the flashback / ghost / see-back scenario is not guaranteed. I don't know if they'll completely do that, but I would love to see it if they were able to pull off something like this. But, we're not going back to Savannah. We're not going to go, see Walker Lee. Maybe in a flashback. Maybe in some kind of, ghost kind of thing. Ghost Walker kind of thing. That would be pretty cool. But we're not going to see him alive or as a walker, unless it's like some kind of look back. So that's my number 5. Let me guys let you know the chances of us seeing Lee in a flashback / ghost kind of format in Season 4. So let's go on to number 4. So number 4 to me is Molly. Now, why would I want to see Molly is that there's, I think, a lot of unfinished potential that could be in her character. What we got in episode 4, I think, was personally an amazing character that I think they can obviously do more to finish her off. Obviously, we knew she was a badass. She's very reminiscent of me to Jane, obviously, but I thought she was a little more kind-hearted than Jane, without a doubt. And then we also had, her smirky attitude. She was definitely, she was funny. I couldn't disagree. She was definitely funny. And we also had, her, funny moments where she would talk back to Kenny and Lee and all them. It was pretty funny, but she's a badass. She's got the survival skills. Why can't she make it? A lot of time has passed, so one of 2 things are brought up. Villain, but Molly was a very kind-hearted person. We saw with her example of her hating Crawford. And even just to help her sister, she ended up having, relations with the doctor. Just to try and help her sister out. And then we also know what she hated Crawford and what they did with, and how they didn't allow children and all that. We agree with her on that. Now, she done some scummy things, but I think personally, she's a very good character to bring back. And what I really think if she does come back is that we're going to have her as an ally. And she's going to be kind of like a mentor role to Clementine, as kind of how Jane was. But to me, Clementine has kind of come full circle this season. So the mentor kind of thing may not be an option. Molly just might be of assistance. Kind of like a help to Clementine if she does return. But I don't think it's going to be the mentor thing, because Clementine now, I think, is, what they want to show is that Clementine, from season 1 to season 4 this season, has come full circle, and she's made it past all the trials and tribulations so far throughout these, 3 upcoming, now 4 seasons. So Molly, a lot of potential on her return, non-determinate. I would love to see her back, but not guaranteed. And like I said, there's other characters I think that are more likely. So on to number 3. Number 3 is Arvo. Now, I could easily put Mike and Arvo together, and I'm not going to, because I think time, I really don't know. I would love to see one of these two, but I'm just going to put Arvo on this because I'd rather see Arvo than Mike. And there's one damn reason I want to see Arvo, is that I hate his guts, and I want to put a bullet in his head. No joke. I'm pretty sure 95% of the comment section agrees with me. I can't stand him. And the fact is, why I think his return, he's a clever, despite the limp and all that he's had, he's clever, without a doubt. He's clever. Lies about the supplies, lies about the lodge, shoots Clementine, hates Kenny, hates Clementine because Clementine shot her sister. He's clever. He's smartly clever, and he kind of takes things a little, too far, because Clementine's shooting her already dead sister that was a walker. I'm like, what? And he gets angry over that. It's pretty funny to me, to be honest, to see him get really pissy about that. So remember, they were going around Texas area. So what I'm going to assume is that Texas did not work out, and then Arvo now plans his revenge. And there's no other way I can see Clementine and Arvo meeting without Arvo being an antagonist. So if Arvo did make a return in season 4, I'm guaranteeing you 100% it'll be as an antagonist. Because trust me, I will not side with that SOB no matter what. Even if the game forces me to, I will not. Every mean dialogue option there is, I'll do it. And if Arvo's the villain, man, I'm gonna have fun putting him out in episode 4 if they end up doing that. Now, no promises. I think Arvo's, compared to other people, not a very likely one, but one I want to see, because there's a lot of unfinished things we have to do with Arvo. There's revenge. Revenge is a factor, without a doubt. Now, obviously, if it means, other things come into play of that, then who knows. But I don't think Arvo is going to be in this season, personally, in my opinion. But if he is, because I really want him, that's why I'm putting him on this list, I really want him, it's going to be fun, trust me. So, that's number 3. Got 2 more to go. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is Lily, and I talked about a lot of this in my last video where we discussed Lily as a potential villain. Now, that is definitely something I think that will be brought up, because I believe Lily will be one of the returning characters in season 4. I believe she will be an antagonist. I will believe she'll be the villain. Now, watch me be wrong and she's not even in it, but that's what I think is going to happen based on what all the loss she's had and all the turmoil, tribulations, and triumphs. I think she's been motivated, without a doubt. And time changes everybody. So the villain role is definitely something I can consider her bringing on. If not, her being an ally, I'm fairly okay with that. She's got the military background, as I've mentioned multiple videos before. And like I said, she is angry. She's an angry person. No doubt angry people can make it. They can make it in the apocalypse. They get things done. And she definitely has the leader aspect, like I said again, with the motor end, with her and Kenny butting heads. But her motivation will definitely be something I want to see in this final season that's been answered. And if they do bring her back, explain to us what the hell happened if we, left her on the side of the road, or she stole the RV and ran away with it. But I'm guaranteeing, in my opinion, I think Lily is going to return. But again, that's up to Telltale Games and episode 1/2 where we find out all this information. So let's go on to number 1. And another character I 100% believe is coming back in this final season is Krista. And Krista, since season 2, episode 1, everyone's been asking what the hell happened to her. We heard a gunshot, but we had no clue. We didn't see a body. We just heard a gunshot. In one of the actual endings with that, she actually ended up getting stabbed. And then we heard that gunshot. That's one of the, you know, weirdest gunshots we've ever heard, because some people in my comment section think she's dead. Other people think there's a chance she could be alive. Other people think they'll never answer what happened to her and she'll never come back. All three are likely possibilities. I think there's just too much riding on Telltale to not bring her back because of that 16-month time skip, what happened with Krista's baby, the relationship with Clementine. Definitely I want to see, you know, how Clementine will react, because we don't think, you know, that they're really that close, but really, in essence, because of that time skip, they must be really damn close because of all that time, especially with Krista losing Omid. That 16/14, I don't know how many months it was, must have been such a big thing for both of them personally and relationship-wise. They pretty much spent more time than Clementine and Lee spent together. Way more time. So I expect them to be pretty damn close, and that's why you think at Wallington, why Clementine said, is there anyone named Krista here? Because definitely, without a doubt, I think at least in top five terms of characters that Clementine cared about, I think Krista is definitely up in the top 3, excluding her parents. Probably Lee, AJ, and Krista. Maybe Kenny. Maybe Kenny number 3, Krista number 4. It depends. But I definitely think Krista is a top 5 character that Clementine really, you know, feels affection for because of that time they'd spent together. And why not have Krista return as, you know, an adversary, an adult? Because there is an adult faction coming in. Maybe Krista's working for this adult faction, but she ended up being good in the end. I think personally, whoever these returning characters are, they're going to be part of this group, because unless they're hiding in the boarding school, they're hiding other characters that could be, you know, with them. But it said this boarding school is only with children, so Marlon is the leader of this boarding school, so this adult faction is going to be led by somebody. Lily, Molly, Krista, Arvo, Joan/Clint. I mean, all are possibilities, but having Krista maybe as an adversary in that, now, a chance to be one of the characters ends up being, one of the returning characters ends up being the leader, and the other returning character ends up being, like, you know, a soldier for them, or like, I'd say a sergeant, for example. All possibilities, but I give Krista a 95% chance of return, and if we don't get her, they're just gonna, like I said, leave that story closed. So that's been my top 5 list for characters I would like to see in The Walking Dead Season 4/the final season. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with my list, and you made some of these characters you may think are dead. And who knows, some of these characters, like I said, for characters that aren't in this story, their story may never be answered. What happened to them? It may just be a mystery, and that's what they said in the past. Some characters, they're just not going to talk about. So leave me down below in the comments who you think. Again, Glenn is not coming back. I know I had so many people comment that. Glenn is dead. This follows the comic book storyline. Negan head smashed in. I just want to confirm that. Negan killed Glenn. There is no chance. I'm just telling you guys right now. Just fair warning, spoiler. Like, yes, Negan bashed Glenn's head. He's not coming back. And again, Lily is not Krista. At the end of the 400 Days DLC, when Russell's walking by, that dead body is not Lily. That is Carly. I just want to confirm that because I got that a lot in my other video. Just want to confirm that. So if you guys did enjoy this video, smack a like, hit that sub. Let's go for 1,000 likes, and catch y'all next video. Again, next week, Tales from the Borderlands live stream. Stay tuned for details. Peace.